For the cheapest coins with fast delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor, Red Zone Coins, and use code SWIFT at checkout for 20% off.
So family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 20 video on the channel, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing some of your guys' teams in order to give you guys advice regarding upgrades, abilities, and chemistries that you have on your players. I hope this video is super helpful because I get a lot of DMs on Instagram or Twitter with people saying, hey, can you take a look at my team and let me know what I should upgrade? So what I'm going to do in today's video is take a look at a bunch of different types of teams and give you guys some information regarding your upgrades. I might talk about the best golden ticket for you to pick and just a bunch of stuff like that. So hopefully this video is pretty helpful. If you do enjoy it and you would want to see a part 2, everyone be sure to hit the like button down below. If we had 750 likes, I will do another part to this, going over more of your guys' teams. And if you would want to be featured in this video, be sure to follow me on Twitter because I might put out another tweet asking for you guys to comment with your teams, and if you're following me, you'll be able to see that and you'll be able to enter for a chance at getting reviewed on the channel. Now without further ado, let's hop into this video and let's get it started off with the first team for you guys. So here is the first team on the offensive side of the ball, and then this is what they are looking like on defense. Definitely a pretty solid team. It's a 97 overall. Right now I can see that he's got 372,000 coins, so a pretty solid amount of coins. On the offense, I really like the way it's constructed. As you guys can see, he's got Torrey Holt and Calvin Johnson at receiver. I'm a huge fan of those two cards. The offensive line is looking pretty clean. I basically like all the players at all those positions. A very good value when it comes to all those cards. Mark Andrews is a pretty solid tight end. I'm a big fan of him. Dickerson, I mean, I don't love using him, but it's a solid option there. Steve Young is the one player I am not a huge fan of. In my opinion, I think you gotta go with a golden ticket quarterback. Look to getting either RG3 or Lamar Jackson as your golden ticket QB, and you'll be totally set on the offensive side of the ball. On the defensive side of the ball, I do like the way this team is constructed as well. I'm a big fan of the linebacker group. I can see he's got Shazier, Lawrence Taylor, Jadeveon Clowney back there as well, and Ted Hendrick. So an absolutely great group of linebackers there. Then as we take a look at the defensive line, he's got Aaron Donald, he's got Warren Sapp, Kenny Clark, and he's got Julius Peppers. I do really like this defensive line. I would say if I could give you one piece of advice, maybe look to getting Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett's a really good card. You could replace Julius Peppers over there by putting him at a secondary position. You can keep Aaron Donald, and you can have Myles Garrett on the other side. So really good. Then as we look at the secondary here, he's got Byron Jones, who I absolutely love. A very good card. He's got Kyle Fuller as well, which I think my face cam is covering. I really like the Kyle Fuller card. I feel like I'm also looking for an upgrade. I've also got Kyle Fuller at corner. He plays well for me, but he does get beat sometimes, and he doesn't have the perfect speed that you would want in a corner, so maybe could look to getting a new corner. Then at free safety, he's got Minkah Fitzpatrick. I can see he's got Darnell Savage back there as well. If Darnell Savage gets a power-up, that card's going to be beastly. And then he's got Ed Reed and Pat Tillman. So I really like this team. I would say maybe look to getting someone like Myles Garrett on the defensive line, and then definitely get a golden ticket quarterback. It looks like right now on the offensive side of the ball, he's running West Coast with his abilities on Steve Young, Eric Dickerson, and Torrey Holt. That looks absolutely perfect. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver. That's always what I'd recommend. And then on the defensive side of the ball, it looks like he's got run stuff and lockdown. Run stuff and lockdown is a good combination, so it looks really good with the chems and abilities. So yeah, really good team and good start to the video here. So next up, we've got a 94 overall team. It looks like this guy has 65,000 coins. As we take a look at the offense, there's definitely a few holes, but there's also a few players that I really like. Again, we still have that Torrey Holt, Calvin Johnson combination. I'm really big fan of those two at receiver. He's got Ryan Tannehill, who's actually a really good budget option quarterback. I'm a big fan of Tannehill, so huge fan of that right there. Walter Payton at running back. Antonio Gates. I don't love Antonio Gates. It's a solid card. The offensive line definitely needs a little bit of work. You're going to need a new center, that's for sure. And then the rest of the offensive line is pretty solid. We'll take a look at the defense here as well before we jump to any conclusions. In my opinion, I really like this defense. It's pretty solid construction, especially for what seems to be a little bit more of a budget team at a 94 overall. As you can see, we'll start it off with the front seven. He's going to have Aaron Donald, Mean Joe Green, Derek Noddy, and Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is a great card. I'm really happy you had him on your squad. Then looking at the rest of the front seven, we've got Shazier, which is perfect. He's got Jadeveon Clowney, Darren Lee, and TJ Watt, so a pretty solid front seven, I'd like to say. And then moving on to the corners, he's got Denzel Ward, Rod Woodson, Antonio Cromartie, Derwin James, and Darnell Savage. So first, I'll give you a couple of pointers on the defensive side of the ball. I would say you got to get that Shazier up to a 99. Just get those wins. I have a video on how to get your Shazier up to a 99. He's a beast when he gets all the way up there. And then otherwise, I'd say your front seven is pretty good. You could look to upgrade Mean Joe Green. He's got a better card, but I don't know if that's where I would put your coins into. So I would say your front seven is definitely looking very good. In terms of the secondary, I actually really like all these cards. Denzel Ward plays out of his mind in this game. A really, really good option if you guys are looking for a corner. He's gonna have Darnell Savage and Derwin James, who I also really like at the safety positions. As we flip back over to the offense, I can see you only have 65,000 coins, so I would definitely look to getting a better wide receiver 3. As you can see, Emmanuel Sanders is there. You could get his gauntlet version. There's some other solid budgety options at wide receiver. You could even just get Randy Moss's, I believe, 89 overall card. Just throw him in there, or get DK Metcalf's combine card. A couple of solid budget options if you need some depth receivers. And then on the offensive line, as you can see, Mitch Morse and Brian Walters are your offensive linemen. Looks like you're going for maybe some type of Chiefs theme team. I'm not sure there, but I would probably recommend you end up getting Eric Wood. He's a really, really good center, pretty cheap. That's what I would recommend. You could keep Brian Walters and then make an upgrade a little bit later. So solid 94 overall team, definitely a few holes in it, but a solid team right there. Now moving on to the next team, we have a 98 overall squad with what looks like 4.6 million coins and 175,000 training, so tons of coins and training to be able to work with, and a super high overall team. As we take a look at the offense here, 99 overall, Michael Vick, Ultimate Legend at quarterback, Walter Payton at running back. Absolutely love the Walter Payton card. He's a dog. He's basically a golden ticket that you're getting there as an Ultimate Legend. And then as we get to the receivers, we've got Randy Moss, who's really good, David Tyree. I don't see a ton of David Tyree, but I'll give you a pass because the card art is absolutely sick on that card. Darren Waller at tight end. That's actually who I've got at tight end. And then on the offensive line, we've got a few more budgety players. Ronnie Stanley, Joe Tooney's a really good card. And then Eric Williams has pretty good stats as well. I probably wouldn't waste any coins on those players. You could maybe get a better left tackle, but Eric Williams has pretty solid stats. So that's going to be the offense here. And then this is going to be the defense. As you can see, the front seven has got Aaron Donald, John Randall, Calais Campbell at the defensive tackle 2, which is actually pretty smart. He's going to have Julius Peppers at end. And then he's got my boys LT and Jadeveon Clowney, 2 absolute beasts. I can see you actually don't have the full Jadeveon Clowney card yet, so I would say you definitely will need to get on that. I can see you've only got him at a 98. I would definitely recommend you get his full card. So definitely look to that. Ray Lewis, CJ Mosley. I'm not exactly sure where you used your team captain token, so I would honestly probably recommend you get the Ryan Shazier all the way up to a 99 and throw him in at middle linebacker. But Jadeveon Clowney is definitely one upgrade you should be making. Then as we take a look at the secondary, it's basically perfect. We've got Byron Jones, Deion Sanders, Night Trade Lane, basically the 3 best corners in the game, honestly. Ed Reed, the best strong safety you can get, and then he's also got Earl Thomas with Sean Taylor at backup. So definitely, if Sean Taylor gets a card, you're going to want to get that one, but I would say you need to get that next Jadeveon Clowney card. Jadeveon is an absolute beast for me, and that's really the only upgrade I'm going to say you should probably be making on the squad. Looks like you're running lockdown on your defense, which is going to be pretty good as well. And then on the offensive side of the ball, it looks like you're going to be running West Coast. I can see you've got your abilities right now on Michael Vick, Walter Payton, and Randy Moss. That is perfect. 1 running back, 1 quarterback, 1 wide receiver. That's what I preach, and that's what I would recommend you guys do. So it looks pretty good. Really good team. Probably the best one we've seen yet so far. I would just say you should definitely get that Jadeveon Clowney. He's an absolute beast, and I can see you've got the coins for it. So definitely look to picking up that Jadeveon. So moving on to this next team, we actually have a pretty unique 97 overall team. A lot of players on this team you won't actually see on a lot of other squads, so I wanted to get this one in for the video. As you can see, he's rocking Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry at running back. Don't see much of him. He's got Odell and Mike Evans. Again, you don't see a ton of him as well. And then Torrey Holt as well at 99 overall. Evan Ingram at his 95, a pretty solid offensive line. As we move on to the defense right here, he's also got a few players that you don't see a ton. Ndamukong Suh, Michael Strahan, Vita Vea, who you really don't see a ton in Ultimate Team. So definitely wanted to get this review in there. He's got 100,000 coins, and I would say there's definitely a few places he could upgrade. We will start it off on the offensive side of the ball, though. When it comes to some of these upgrades, I would say the first one you're going to want to do is maybe look to getting Evan Ingram's full card as 97 overall. I'm not sure how often you throw to your tight end, but that 97 overall Evan Ingram is an absolutely unbelievable card. So huge fan of him right there. And at running back, like I said, I can see you've got the Derrick Henry card. I mean, I'm not sure how much you like that card. If you do like him, definitely rock with him. I definitely like seeing unique players, so if you want to play with Derrick Henry, by all means, go for it. One little quick tip I would give you when it comes to abilities, I can see you're running Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and Odell Beckham Jr. I would recommend you throw your abilities on Torrey Holt. He's a 99. He's probably got, or he does have better stats than the Odell, and you can actually get a 4th ability on him because he's a 99. So I would definitely recommend making that change. In terms of the offensive line, you could look to a better left tackle. I know the interior of the offensive line for you is a little bit weaker. I wouldn't waste coins on your interior offensive linemen. They're not as important as the tackles, so maybe if you wanted to upgrade one of those tackles, you could, but I would probably spend the coins on Evan Ingram. Then as we move to the defensive side of the ball, it is a pretty unique and a pretty good defense. I can see you've got Isaiah Simmons at outside linebacker. I don't see him a ton, but he's a great card. Shazier all the way up to the 99. Kevin Green is a pretty good card as well. As we look to the defensive line, I would say you should probably get Aaron Donald. The Aaron Donald card is super good. He's not even that expensive. He's only around 100,000 coins, I want to say right now. You don't even have to power him up, and he's still going to be an absolute dog. So maybe look to getting that Aaron Donald card. He's definitely really good. Michael Strahan, solid as well. You could look to the Myles Garrett. He's kind of the next step up. At safeties, I would keep what you're doing, and then at corners, I would keep what you're doing as well. No reason to spend your coins on those positions. So again, hopefully that was helpful. It looks like you're running abilities on Minka, Troy Polamalu, and then I can't see exactly who you've got your final ability slot on. It looks like it could be Denzel Ward or Isaiah Simmons. I would honestly get the Aaron Donald and throw abilities on him. He's going to be super good. I feel like it's important to have one ability on your defensive lineman just in case you can't send pressure and you need a shed. So that's what I would recommend you go with right there. And honestly, for all of you guys, Aaron Donald's a great option and he's not crazy expensive. Okay, so next up, we've got another 97 overall squad. On offense, he is led by Joe Burrow. He's got Walter Payton at running back. Again, like I've said before, huge fan of the Walter Payton card. John Brown, who's actually a really good, not budget, but just kind of inexpensive, I guess you could say, for a high overall receiver. He's going to have great speed. He's really going for speed here. He's also going to have DJ Moore. He's got Christian Okoye all the way up to a 99, so he must have spent a lot of coins on that. Evan Ingram at tight end, huge fan of the card. Offensive line is looking solid. As we move on over to the defense here, he's going to be headlined by 99 overall Ryan Shazier. Got Jadeveon Clowney and Kevin Green at the outside linebacker spots. Two really good cards. At safety, there's Calvin Johnson and Jamal Adams. I like both of the cards there, so they're pretty good. Byron Jones, Jeff Okudah, Ty Law at the corner positions. Then he's got Howie Long, Ed Oliver, DeForest Buckner, and Julius Peppers. So just right off the bat, I would say, honestly, it might be time to get Aaron Donald's Team of the Year card. If you power him up, it is decently expensive, but he's going to play a lot better than Howie Long for you. So good card right there. Could be to get the Aaron Donald. As we take a look back at the offensive side of the ball, if you're content with Joe Burrow at quarterback, which you could be, you could end up going with Calvin Johnson's free safety golden ticket card, or Taylor Mays. It is up to you for that, but it looks like you like Calvin at free safety, so you could end up getting his free safety card for free. As we take a look at the abilities here, it looks like you're rocking with Calvin Johnson with abilities. It looks like Jadeveon Clowney as well, and the final one looks like it is going to be Ryan Shazier. So it really looks like you like Calvin Johnson. I would honestly get his golden ticket card. I don't mind actually abilities on linebackers. I used to despise it, but now I think it's pretty solid having the Ryan Shazier card. And by linebackers, I mean coverage linebackers. Jadeveon Clowney is a beast. Put abilities on him every single time. Then as we look back on the offense, he's going to have Joe Burrow with abilities, Walter Payton, and Torrey Holt. Absolutely perfect. That is, again, what I would recommend. Quarterback, wide receiver, running back. For your abilities, absolutely perfect. He's gonna go deep and West Coast on the offense, pretty solid right there. And then on the defense, it looks like he's rocking with balanced defense. Balanced defense is always a good way to go. You're gonna get some pretty solid boosts out of that, and it's really easy to get it to 30 out of 30. So this will probably be the last team in the video. We have a 98 overall squad here. Also, just want to say that I did a lot of high overall teams in the video, so if you have a lower overall budget team, please comment it for the next episode. Again, if we get 750 likes, like I said, I'll do another episode of this, and if you guys have a budget team, please comment it. I want to go over more budget teams, but I mainly just got high overall teams, so that's what we had to go over. Totally fine, I'm not complaining, but I just like to get a little bit more variety. So if you've got a budget team, don't be shy, just comment it on the post. Also, as you guys could probably tell, I only selected teams that actually did like a screenshot, because the quality is a lot better when you guys take a screenshot of your screen. So instead of taking a photo with your camera, please be sure to take a screenshot of your team. That's going to make you basically have a much better chance of being selected, because I'm probably not going to select people that didn't do it, just because it makes the quality of the video super bad. So without further ado, let's get into the squad. I see two major holes here, but we'll go over it really quickly. Aaron Rodgers, Barry Sanders. I think this is the first time we've seen Barry Sanders. He's also got Randy Moss, so he's going with abilities on Aaron, Barry, and Randy. Absolutely perfect. Torrey Holt as well. This team is very, very good on offense. Tony Gonzalez, he's got Braden Smith, Joe Thomas, Randall McDaniel, Cesar Ruiz. I would say you should probably get an upgrade at the center position. You could get Eric Wood. He's a solid card. You could also actually get that new draft hero center, 97 overall. I forget his name, but I'm 99% sure he's on the Lions. That's going to be a bit better card than Cesar if you want to go with him. You could also even get the new Rodney Hudson, who got released today. Pretty solid stats on him. And that's going to be the offensive side of the ball. On the defense, I actually really like this defense. He's got Jadeveon, Ryan, and TJ Watt. Some really good linebackers right there. At the safety spot, he's gonna have Brian Dawkins, who's honestly probably right now the best free safety in the game. That's not a golden ticket, I want to say, until Sean T gets an upgrade, of course. I can see Pat Tillman and Taylor Mays at strong safety, really good right there. He's gonna have Deion Sanders, Kyle Fuller, and then Byron Jones as well. So the secondary is perfect. Don't touch the secondary. He's got Aaron Donald at end, which is great. Calais Campbell, Warren Sapp. I honestly would not touch this defense. This defense looks really good. My main suggestion would be to get a new center. I can see you're at 54,000 coins, so grab a new center, maybe the Lions center like I said, and then probably use your golden ticket on a QB, whether you're going to end up going with Lamar or whether you're going to end up going with RG3. That is totally up to you, but that would probably be my recommendation when it comes to your team. It looks like you were running West Coast and zone run on offense, and then on defense, I can see you're going with a lockdown. It looks like you have on everyone, if I can see that correctly. And then abilities on the defensive side of the ball, sorry. It looks like we've got two unstoppable forces. That should be on Jadeveon Clowney and on Aaron Donald. And then you also got Zone Hawk on Pat Tillman. So solid. I actually really like this team. Very well constructed. Probably the best team I have seen in the video, other than the Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I don't know. It's up to you guys. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to drop a like, because I will happily do this again. Really enjoyed making this, just to kind of, I don't know, I get a lot of DMs of people asking about upgrades, so hopefully this did help. I could give you guys some of my insights on some of the players that I'd like for you guys to pick up. And I also gave you guys some insights on some of the abilities, chemistries, and stuff like that. So yeah, if you did make it all the way to the end, thank you for the support. And until next time, fellas, I'm out. Have a great rest of your day.
So,